How are you doing, Shauna?
Good.
Good. So, what's new with you? What's been good? How you been creating? You've been creating quite a bit lately, I see, with these speed videos.
Yeah. We went out and bought me a cricket. So the cricket busy during COVID since couldn't do a lot with film and writing, but I
Right.
needed to stay busy doing something.
Yes.
Um um I figured why not make things. So there's for my daughter's father's girl, she brought her tumbler for her graduation, and I was like, man, that's pretty. I want to learn how to make that. And then so once it was a bug, and I was like, let's get started making something. And I got into the tumblers first. It was been kind of it's been a good thing because I've been actually making some money doing it. So
Yeah, I see that. I need to get one from you. They're pretty
yeah,
awesome. I was just like, look at you doing this. It's something new, but I was like, I knew something else was gonna come up with from us all. Corona
yeah,
put us in. Corona put us in this. Put us up against the wall. We couldn't do filming. We couldn't create art. We couldn't go to the studio like that. So we had
yeah,
to just figure it out.
figuring it out.
We had to figure it out to keep our minds going.
It's been mind like it's really been like so mind relieving. Like my creative juices are still flowing. I'm in that vein of creativity, just making things, I've started doing shirts and things like that. People are ordering from me. So it's been so like just refreshing just to be able to still create.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel you on that. So was it? It was just so everything happened kind of just because like your daughter's father,
Um,
your everything happened. Well, he got her this one thing, and then you're like, "Hey, I'm gonna try that," and
yeah.
you just
I said, let me try that. When I try it, oh. Mm-hmm.
that's awesome. What all forms of creativity do you do? Because we've known each other for quite some time. We've been making music for a long time. So what else do you do?
And people are quite um not happy because I don't do a lot of music no more.
I
First
bet.
first and foremost, I am a creative writer. I'm a writer at heart. Everything underlines everything I do is about writing. Um, I started off in poetry, and it evolved to singing, songwriting, and playing my guitar. And then it eventually evolved into doing movies and plays and web series and things like that. Then I started doing blogs for a little while. I I get bored with blogs because it's not.
Really?
Yeah, because they don't. I like for my art to come off the paper. If you know what I
Yeah, I
mean.
know what you mean.
Like I like to see it manifest. Like if I'm writing a song, I like for it to come alive. If I'm writing a film, I like to see people play it out. So it's like I need it off the paper in order to be just satisfied. Um, what else I do? I'm a school counselor. I help with kids and their creativity. Uh, when I help them do creative things, like I brought in for the school, I brought in different programs to help them explore their creativity. We got like meditation rooms, and also I do like art at school too by doing the bulletin boards and things like that. But right now, I'm into arts and crafts with my cricket. So creatively, that's pretty what I do.
So how
And
has it been like with the kids doing that with the art? Because I mean, you have a lot to offer them. How has that been, and especially in Corona? You're back at the school. Our kids back at school, right?
it's like
Some
off and
kids.
off and on. We don't know what's gonna happen into the next week. We may go to work. We may not go to work. We were off this week. Uh, School supposed to have started like this week. We were off this week, but we go back on Monday. So it's kind of like can't really tell what's gonna happen from day to day. So we just go with the flow. Yeah,
Oh wow, that's the reality we dealing with right there.
yeah, that's the reality. Yeah. Mhm.
Do you have anything? I'm not sure if you hear my cat sneezing in the background. He's going in right now. What's up and coming? Do you have anything up and coming project-wise that you're working on?
Well, I'm still working. Like I still work on my arts and crafts. However, I got good news from ELIME that that we're gonna, start shooting out some little shorts with Stars, the web series that I started working on. That has been a journey. It's been, about the journey with Stars. It has been a journey. Prayerfully with the shorts and some of the stills, it'll get the name out with this project, and
I think it will, don't you? Because I feel like they're hungry. People are hungry for new creativity and talent.
It really I'm learning, like, even with the basic shows that people weren't exposed to before COVID, with the storylines, we see like people like, okay, for instance, Bridgerton. I've been watching Victorian shows for a long time. People weren't exposed to things like that, but now that they're at home and they're watching, it was like, wow, this show is amazing. And it's like, wow, writing like that has been around for years. You get what I'm saying? Not to take away from nothing with Shonda Rhimes, because that was amazing. But writing like that has been around for years, but people haven't been exposed to. So people are hungry for new content and they're hungry for new things. And I believe this is a great time to get that content out while people are at home needing something to watch. Yeah. So
I definitely agree. And they want it served to them different, I think. And I think that's what we're going to be able to do, especially with something like this. Until it gets to the point where they're so hungry for it, they're going to want to see it, the full form of it.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be a really good thing. Tell me a little bit, what inspired you to become a counselor, of all things?
Oh, when I was younger. So when I was younger, I had a school counselor tell me, the school counselor in 12th grade, to tell me that I asked him, I came in with a question, and I said, hey, how do you become an undergraduate? And he was, well, you can never be that. You have to make this grade and this grade and this grade. And I was like, what? I could do that. So when I left his office, I did exactly that. And I was an undergrad. And I told myself that when I got older, I would never make children feel that way. And I would always keep them encouraged. Plus, I had a lot of childhood issues that nobody could navigate me through. And a lot of my family looked at it as just a rebellious kid. But nobody actually took the time to see the workings of my mind, to see why I was acting the way I was. Maybe I needed more attention, maybe I needed more love, maybe I needed more caring for. Nobody really took the time to actually know who I was. So I always wanted to be that person, to be the voice for the youth, because sometimes they can't communicate exactly what they're feeling. So I become that bridge between parents and their youth when it comes to counseling. When they come to me for advice, it's like I can speak the language of the kids and I can speak the language of adults, and I give them all those perceptions. And because no one can speak my language as a kid, I decided to speak the language of a kid for adults to listen to when I got older. So that's why I became a counselor. Like, I love what I do. I love advocating for kids, and I love being able to be the bridge for them between adults and how they communicate. Yeah,
that's needed and it's important, especially being creative. You never know. With kids.
And most creative kids they have some type of rebellion, and if nobody knows how to tap into that creativity, they kind of self-implode, and they do things that they themselves don't understand because they don't have an outlet.
Yeah.
So you can imagine how much trouble I used to get into as a youth because of all the creativity I do now. Like, I had to keep my mind busy as a young person.
Same way.
So when people say you do Yo, if you only knew, if my mind didn't stay, I'd be doing the worst.
The worst. So, I'm right there with you on that.
It's not so much as I've heard over and over again that you need to stick to one thing. You know, and you're not going to be successful if you don't stick to one thing. I get it. However, I don't measure my success as what I accomplish monetary wise. I measure my success on being happy with my creativity. So I've always had these successful moments within myself of just creating, you know, and maybe that's not enough for people that their main focus is money. But it's enough for me. So as long as I'm happy, I'm good. I'm good. There is a monetary component when you stick to things. Yeah. And it's a long with people that have a lot of creativity, a lot of creative abilities, they kind of take a long way around because they end up, you know, creating like a conglomerate of their creative abilities and making it one thing in order to be innovative with a new creative thing. Like for instance, with me, okay, I'm gonna try to break this down. With Wonderful World of Passionate, if you ever seen Wonderful World of Passionate, it contained my theater abilities, it contained my poetry abilities, it contained my singing abilities, it contained my filming abilities, it contained my managerial abilities, it contained my coordination abilities, like everything that people said I was doing too much of, Wonderful World of Passionate was birthed out of. And it became something new, refreshing on the scene. You get what I'm saying? So I always try to teach kids, like, it's not a curse to be an eclectic artist. You just, one day, you just have to figure out what all these things mean to you and break it down to one thing so you could call that successful, I guess, in the monetary wise. But as for me, I'm happy. If it never like makes me $1 million or $1 billion, being creative makes me happy, and that's success for me. Yeah,
that's so cool. You know what?
I said, I know I'm talking a lot, but that's me.
No, I'm here for it. I'm soaking in. You're giving a lot of good words of wisdom. So tell me about a talent or hobby that you have that nobody knows about.
I think everybody knows what I do. I put everything out.
You put everything out there? There's not one thing? All right, what's your favorite pastime?
My favorite pastime is watching movies with the kids. Like, we watch movies all the time. Last night we binge watched Fate, the Wink Saga.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was good. It was really good. It was good. My daughter said it's based off a cartoon she used to watch back in the day, but it was binge watch. It's only 6 episodes, one season, but it was really good. So that's my favorite pastime: watching movies with the kids, like superhero movies and magic movies and mystical movies. That's what I like.
Nice.
That's my favorite. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Shauna, for taking the time out to talk to us at ELIME here and giving us an up-to-date on who you are and what you have going on and how you create. We love you and appreciate you so much. And we cannot wait to move forward with you in this project that we have coming up in the future, the very near future. So until further ado, you keep creating and we will talk again soon.
Okay, before we end, I just want to tell you how much I appreciate you. You have always been like my silent cheerleader, but then all of a sudden you appear and you be like, come on, Shauna, we're going to do this. And I just want to appreciate, just tell you how much I appreciate your friendship and your encouragement.
Absolutely.
And keep pushing. I got your back, dude.
You got this.
Okay.
You got this.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. Bye.